Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm going to teach you how to get into music, how to start doing music when you know nothing about music. So let's get right into it. Excuse my voice, it sounds like I've ate some scissors. But anyways, let me teach you how to go into music. When you have the idea at first, you don't know where to start, where to go, what to do, how is music made, do I need an MPC, do I need a DJ set? DJing is not music production. DJing is mixing two songs together and that's about it. While music production is the process of creating the music from scratch. And the last thing you think about is actually a computer, which everybody has. So in order to start doing music, all you need is a computer. This is all you need to become a music producer. You have the computer, and the next thing you're gonna do is download a DAW. A DAW is a digital audio workspace. And this is just a fancy way of saying that it's a program actually. What you do is you search some DAWs online. The most popular and the most used DAWs are Logic, Ableton, and FL Studio. For me personally, FL Studio was my choice because for me, I checked them out and it was the most intuitive of them all, the most easy to use kind of interface. So that's when I delved into FL Studio. After you have your DAW, you're probably set to go and start making music. What you need is a good pair of headsets and you're good to go. When you download FL Studio, actually, or any DAW, it's gonna look a bit like that. How do I understand what's going on? I'm going to show you for FL Studio, and actually it applies for all the others, Ableton and Logic, the same, but it's like just different positions. What you have in all those DAWs is the sequencer. And here is where you put your patterns, your song, everything. So you put kicks here, you put claps here, you put, for example, a lead, you put a violin, and then you play this and it plays the whole thing actually. On the side, you have a thing called sample packs and samples. Samples are kicks which are already designed that you could slide directly and put them into your music. They are WAV files. They work for all the DAWs. So I need a kick, for example. I go to the drums, kicks, EDM kick, and then, for example, I choose a kick, and then I can slide it directly, and then I, for example, put as many kicks as I want. Now I can play. I can add fills, for example. Next, we have the channel rack. So the channel rack is where you can do patterns alone. So patterns alone means, for example, I just need a violin playing. Here, you can go to piano rolls. Actually, so for example here I'm adding, for example, let's see, an FL keys. Okay, so I've added it. Okay, in order to choose the melody that's going to play, I should be on the channel rack, and in order to proceed, the next step is choosing a melody or playing a melody. So for me right here, I'm going to right click and press on piano roll. Piano roll, now you can choose what you're playing. We can actually do music, choose sounds, leads, flutes, violins, pianos, anything you actually want, even design your own sounds, and then all you have to do is choose a melody. You can also like just remake melodies, like for example, okay, and if you don't like the piano, you can just replace, like go to Harmor and change the sounds. Okay, and then the next step, when we have this piano roll, you can add layers, you can do whatever you want, you can add another sound that's playing another melody, or you can just add another pattern by pressing this plus, and then like for example, doing another melody here. And then the next step is taking the patterns you want to use and putting them in the sequencer wherever, adding them over things. Maybe here I don't want to kick, maybe here I don't, then make choices, and then what people buy actually are those samples at the right and some plugins that do different sounds and things that are called preset banks, which are sounds for certain plugins. What you can do is make them on your own. That is a bit hard. So what you can do is directly by those. Finally, the last step is mixing. So every sound, like for example this one, you can press on track, it will go to a certain track. Also for things that are on the channel rack, you can also let them go to tracks. And here you control the sound. What frequencies do you want to be played? What frequencies you don't want to be played? Do you want to distort? Do you want reverb? All of this you get to do right here. So for example, let's say this sound, I don't like the high voices, so what I can do is add an EQ. Imagine I would just don't like the highs of this sound. What I do is remove them by removing frequencies that are high frequencies, you know, add reverb so that it's like in a big room. And finally, when everything is done, you have the mastering. Master is effects that you put on everything, not only solo sounds, but on all your track. Like what you can do in the master is like add an EQ and remove frequencies which hurt your ear for all the track. Other things like limiting, compression, blah blah blah, you can learn about them in other videos. What you can also do is record stuff from microphones into your DAW, a whole bunch of things. But what you have to do first is learn about the interface. And how do you learn? YouTube. Go watch videos from people like Seamless, from people who teach you really how things are done. Like I have a video where I teach. I'm going to add more videos where I teach in order to give you like value out of my videos, not just me doing music. Ask me questions, I'll happily respond to them. That's basically it. Doing music is a long process. So when you first start, you're not gonna be like Calvin Harris or David Guetta or Tiesto. You need time and you need practice and you need a lot of education. So watch a lot of videos. This is the most important thing. Then we'll talk and I'll teach you, for example, what you need, what headphones you should use, what plugins you should use. All of those things come later. Download your favorite DAW, start looking around, try to make your first track, try to learn on YouTube on the side and back and forth. YouTube, DAW, YouTube, DAW. You'll be able to make wonderful tracks. It's so fucking creative and nice to be able to do this. You're creating things from scratch, from nothing. Be sure to try it out. And there's a chance also that you make music and a career out of this. Okay guys, this has been it. If you like this video, please subscribe. Take care and I'll see you next week.